So with everyone quitting YouTube, I've decided I want to jump on the bandwagon, guys. I'm trying to get those views. I'm quitting YouTube too. Psych. I already quit, guys. I'm ahead of the curve. I already quit. I didn't even talk about it. I just disappeared for like a year. Did any of you even notice? Huh? Of course you did. Of course you did. But jokes aside, it's a really interesting trend that I see going on. And some of you have actually asked me about my thoughts on it. And to be honest, I do have quite a few thoughts on it. Well, first off, this video is going to be kind of unscripted, but I can also say that I think it's part of a much bigger shift that's happening globally that has been kickstarted with COVID, most likely, maybe even before that. So one of the interesting facts I learned when I was watching all these videos about why people are quitting and there's a vibe changing on YouTube, something's afoot, something is amiss. YouTube has more employees. Technically, there's more people in the YouTube partner program than work at multiple really big businesses like Amazon or Apple combined. And that kind of means that I'm just working a regular job just like anyone else. It's just that I can do it anywhere I want and I can do whatever I want, but my pay is directly linked to how well I do. And to be honest, it's not too bad. And a lot of people think that YouTube is a dream job and it's become very popular, so I've heard, amongst the youngins, right? And a lot of people kind of have this kind of bittersweet feeling, and I get it, right? Like, it seems so cool. It seems like we're all just complaining and like, oh my God, I'm so tired of having such an easy job where I can do whatever I want and draw and sit in a nice air-conditioned room. Oh my God, right? But no. To be honest, first off, if you've never had a job, then you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Just gonna be honest right there. Second, if you have had a job, you don't know what it's like to run a business. It's not easy. There's a different type of anxiety that will plague you throughout the day unless you learn how to master yourself. That comes when you are the sole person that's responsible for if you're going to eat, if you're going to be able to pay rent, if you're going to grow, if you're going to be able to pay someone else working under you. It's all up to you. You make all the decisions. You do all the admin stuff. You do all the boring stuff. You do the taxes, right? Until you get someone else to pay, but then you got to pay with your own money for that. You got to take care of all your benefits. You got to pay for your health insurance. You got to get your dental right. It's not that easy. You've also got to manage your own tax withholding. There's a lot of management, and that part isn't very fun. But when you start to get to a size much bigger than I am, because I don't really see, if this isn't clear, I don't really see myself as one of these people who have these really big giants who have quit, even though I've kind of fallen into the same patterns and just disappeared on you guys. Sorry. I see that with those people, they have grown. The OGs, the people who really started this YouTube journey when nobody knew how it was really going to turn out, they got to a size where they don't really get to do what they want to anymore. And a lot of people who are viewing don't really understand this, but it's something that I spoke with a friend in college about. We weren't really interested in getting to management, because the more management you get, the more people that are under you, right? You make more money, sure, but you do a lot less creative stuff. And you just critique stuff and give people advice if you're an art director and stuff, and you make the first passes at stuff, but then there's so much admin to do. So we were like, we got to find a way to figure out how to make more money, but also keep doing the things that we loved. And when it comes to YouTube, usually it's filming, editing, and whatever their particular niche is, right? But when you get to a huge size, you got to start hiring editors. You got to start having a schedule. You've got to have legal teams depending on how big you get. Like, it's crazy. And I honestly wonder how Mr. Beast feels, because he's done videos that are huge projects that can involve hundreds of people, but usually he is right dead center in the action, right? So he is experiencing all the fun, technically. I mean, I don't know how fun being buried alive is, but hey, there you go. It's an experience, right? So most people don't really get to stay in the actual fun activity anymore because it's not efficient. I've even experienced this. Like, I like to edit my own videos, but it takes a lot of time. With my own personal growth and journey, it's really distracted me from a lot of the more important things, like my own art career, for example. I started out making videos about what I was learning, but then I started making videos to teach people instead of focusing on my own journey and sharing what I was learning along the way. And so that's why I took that huge pivot to work on my course, which is going very well right now. Check it out on my website, and it's up, it's for sale, it's launched. I haven't made a big finale launch video because right now it's kind of a nurturing little group I have with about, how many students I've registered now? About 142. And we're just going through it, and I'm working with you guys along the way, making videos, releasing new modules each week. It's nice, right? It's fun. That's my own little ad segment here. But yeah, it's been a crazy journey to kind of whip back and take a moment to be like, whoa, what am I doing here? What do I want to do with my life? Like, where am I going? Am I just gonna keep making YouTube videos? It's like, you kind of have to have a plan to enjoy your life. You can't really just take things as they are. And it's so easy to get stuck in the rat race of just trying to make more money without realizing that there comes a point where focusing on making money actually doesn't help you make money, and it can devalue your life. And focusing on something else, like a purpose or a mission statement, can actually not only help you have a much more fulfilling, rewarding life, but you can actually make money doing that. A lot of really good brands do that really well. So Apple, for example, right? They just released the Vision Pro. They're not going to be making a ton of money from that thing, right? Game companies, video game studios, Sony, Xbox, they're not making money from the Xbox and PlayStation sales. They sell those things for super cheap. Most people know this, but it's the game library. It's that long time ownership and that pride. I've been a PlayStation owner since I was playing PlayStation 2 when I was 7. That's what they're banking on, right? Apple creating these experiences where they teach people at the Apple stores. They have these Apple walks. They are trying to help people interact with each other and long distances with that Vision Pro in a much more interactive way. There's a vision that's bigger than just making money, and that's how you really pop off and succeed. And I think the tricky thing with that is balancing work-life balance, right? But I don't remember where I saw it. I watch so much YouTube, guys, but someone said balance. Oh no, that wasn't YouTube. Wait, was it Spider-Man 2? I think, yeah, I just started playing Spider-Man 2, the Miles Morales and Peter Parker one. But yeah, in that one, I think Aunt May said balance is a journey. It's an experience. It's something iterative. It's not a goal or a point or a destination. And I think that's really key. The OG YouTubers have done their best, but a lot of them have decided, you know, I just got to kind of pull back. And if you pay attention, they're not quitting. They're just pivoting to other things. But because they have been consistent for decades, a lot of them doing the same thing very well, still upgrading and leveling up, they want to just announce that, hey, I'm done with this. I'm kind of free floating or moving to something else. And I think that's awesome. Like, even Pokimane is leaving Twitch, right? Like, I saw that thumbnail. I need to actually watch the video, but damn. So, and that's after how many people have already left Twitch because of all the drama, right? And the giant Kick brand deal with what's that guy? XQC, right? It's interesting. There's a lot of shifting happening, and I think it's really exciting. But yeah, I don't think it's anything really negative or anything to get worried about, really. It's just part of an evolution, an upgrade on a really large scale. And I think people are recognizing what they really prioritize in life. I think people are realizing that what other people think doesn't really matter to them. And I think we are getting closer to the ideal work-life balance. I think nobody's really figured that out really well yet. And the people who have, they're not talking about it because they're just doing it. They're doing it really well. Is there anything else I wanted to say? So yeah, I don't think it's anything to be concerned about. I think it's just growing pains. And I think the next generation of creators are going to be even better at doing this work-life balance thing. And I think where we're going is really paying more attention to designing how we want our lives to be and sharing how we did that and the journey to other people so that they can follow in our footsteps. I think the key to success in the future that has AI and everyone having a nice camera and being able to stream from their phone or whatever is really going to be finding a way to create and discover your most authentic and interesting self, and being that so purely and authentically that you can't help but find and gather other people that resonate with you and support you in your journey. I'm not backing down on what I said about AI. Like, all these big corporations and like Disney and stuff, like, they're not going to be so big in the future. 3-4 guys and gals are going to be able to make Disney level productions because of AI, because of people like me teaching people high level skills at a level where they can understand quickly and move quickly. And so a lot of really cool different things are going to be made at a really high quality level. And I think this is getting political. Oh no. But I think there's going to be a much more even distribution of wealth as a result of this, because there's going to be so much competition, and there's not going to be this hoarding of things unless such and such company has really earned it, right? It's going to be a very interesting transition, but it's an exciting one. And I'm very happy to be an influential person in this time. I'm very happy to be where I'm at. I had no clue that this is where I'd be, but I've got a lot of ideas and dreams for the future. And as I've been told, and I'll relay to you, the bigger, the better. Because falling short of a crazy, big, epic dream is still pretty damn good, right? So keep creating, guys. Like, don't let the news and all this stuff get you down. Just don't let it. The biggest thing I think I learned last year is how little anybody knows about anything. We all pretend like we know what we're doing and we know what's going on. Nobody knows shit. Like, everyone's just trying their best. I've found problems and loopholes and all sorts of things that I thought were perfect. Like, I found problems that are in my iPad and the way it's been designed that weren't resolved until this model. I found problems. I've realized that I could sneak into certain buildings just by picking the right time and all sorts of different things. It's like I started to see like a lot of stuff is held up it's just rickety. It's just ratchet. It's like how do I explain this? It's just, the world is not so polished and straightforward as you think. It's really fluid. If you want to make money doing anything, you can find a way to do it. You can find a way. The internet exists. I remember there was a report of a guy raising cockroaches making $6,000 a month in China somewhere. And he just sold them because people want cockroaches to feed to their pets. So this is just a little bit of a rambly video of my thoughts and also testing out my new lights and setup for my course. And yeah, I'm feeling it. I'm liking it. But yeah, guys, I'm also kind of happy to be back sharing stuff like this, my thoughts, my intellectual side. And on the channel, there's going to be more of this, more tech stuff, more art stuff. And yeah, I'm not really going to worry too much about sticking to anything, because if I have to do that, then I'm gonna end up quitting too. So I'm just gonna make this channel about me. what I want to do. And if you like it, you can come along for the ride and stop whenever is best for you and say, it's been great. And as things tend to be, maybe the treasure at the end of the journey was the friends we made along the way, right? It's been an incredible journey and I can't wait to continue it. And thank you all for watching, and those of you who've been with me since 2017, 2018, those of you who've subscribed yesterday, hey, welcome. It still never gets old seeing people just happy to see me in public art venues and stuff. Like, it's just insane. I wish I could somehow convey to you how crazy that is, knowing my own past, knowing the way I saw myself, let's say in high school. It's insane. It's insane, guys. I am literally a living testament that you should do what makes you most excited in the morning when you get up, and not listen to what anyone says if they're saying you can or can't do it. So that's gonna be it. I honestly need to get to bed. Oh man, it's past midnight. All right, I need to sleep. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Maybe it'll be a tech review. I'm gonna talk about this thing at some point. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Keep drawing and stay positive. Peace. And buy my Procreate course. All right.